It's official. Yuma Mizuki has been revealed, and she's set to debut in version 5.4. If you've been following the leaks, you probably expected her, but now we finally have confirmation. Mizuki is a 5-star Anemo Catalyst user from Inazuma, and from what we know so far, she's bringing a unique mix of floating mechanics, swirl buffs, and healing. But there's a lot more to discuss. Not just about her abilities, but also about the state of version 5.4 and her potential role as a new standard banner character. Mizuki's abilities focus on dealing Anemo AoE damage, amplifying swirl reactions, and offering situational healing. Her skill lets her enter a floating state, dealing Anemo damage around her. While floating, she continually deals more Anemo damage over time and boosts the swirl reactions of her teammates. The duration of her floating state is limited, but it can be extended by triggering swirl. She can exit floating mode manually or by swapping out, which adds some flexibility to her playstyle. Her burst is a bit more unique. She summons a mini-doll, which follows the active character, and drops special items on the ground. These items either explode for AoE Anemo damage or provide healing, depending on whether the active character has more or less than 70% HP. If the items aren't picked up, they explode on their own after a short delay, dealing another round of Anemo damage. She also has passives that improve her healing capabilities, extend her floating duration when swirl is triggered, and temporarily boost her elemental mastery when teammates use pyro, hydro, cryo, or electro attacks. The overall design of her kit makes her a flexible Anemo support, capable of boosting team damage, applying consistent Anemo AoE, and providing healing when needed. At first glance, Mizuki fills a hybrid role. She isn't a pure swirl support like Kazuha, nor is she a full-on Anemo buffer like Sucrose. Instead, she mixes support, utility, and healing, making her versatile but possibly not as specialized. Now here's where things get really interesting. There's strong speculation that Mizuki is joining the standard banner, making her the first new standard 5-star character in years. Let's break down the reasoning. First, there's a clear pattern. New regions tend to introduce at least one standard 5-star at some point. We got Tignari from Sumeru, and Fontaine didn't introduce one yet, so it makes sense for Inazuma to get its own standard character now. Second, Mizuki's kit isn't overly specialized, which is something we typically see with standard characters. Unlike limited 5-star characters that tend to have highly focused and meta-defining mechanics, standard characters are usually more generalist in their roles. Mizuki's mix of floating damage, swirl buffs, and healing feels like a hybrid of multiple roles, making her fit the profile of a versatile but not overpowered unit, which is exactly what standard characters tend to be. It's important to note that there's no official confirmation yet that Mizuki will be in the standard banner. While the signs strongly suggest it, we still need to wait for official details to be sure. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next one. Save up to 23% on Mavwika banner at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.